The other day I was rolling through YouTube, because that's what I do. I look for things that are interesting and also get some ideas for videos. And I found one. I saw a video about a movie I loved from the 80s, 1985 to be exact, called The Last Dragon. Greetings, Dave here, DCP Effects. Now, if you don't know much about me, which a lot of people don't, I've been a martial artist for several years. I did karate. I did Goju-Ryu karate, and I did that for many years. I actually got to the point where I was in a teaching position. I was a senior brown belt, and I was, a senior student, senpai. And, well, after 5 years, I got ready to do my black belt test, and the sensei said, yeah, we're going traditional. Excuse me? Well, yeah. I've done these forms for 5 years. Now I have to relearn them all? Yeah. I'm paying you monthly, am I not? Is this a cash grab? Well, no, it's not. Okay. So I went to my test, and they let me do it in the old forms, and I had some issues because, the air was chunky and my asthma kicked in. So I didn't pass. I came really close, but I didn't pass. I went, okay, goodbye. We're not going to continue? No, not another 5 years. Who's to say you're not going to do it? This happens to me a lot. Well, who'd say this is going to change later? So I walked away. Another school had got a lot of students from this dojo, and they said, well, we'll get you black belt in 6 months. And I went, I'm done. I've lost the desire. This guy's driven into me. I don't care anymore. Still kept in shape and everything else. I'm still limber, and I'm not too concerned. I could hold my own in a fight if I want to. Because when we were training, my sensei said, I'm probably the most defensive fighter he's ever seen. In fact, when we got to defense, he went, all right, everyone watch Dave. To the point that at one point he said, okay, let's try this. Everyone, get Dave. Now we had to stay in form, so you couldn't hit from behind. So basically it was it's like watching a martial arts movie from the 70s or 80s. They all come one at a time, and that's all it was. It was like one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And I took them all down. I took down a school of 30. And I was at the end going, anyway, I tell you that story to tell you this one. I love martial arts. This movie is fantastic. It is so 80s schlock, but also is a very good martial arts movie. The lead character, Leroy Green, played by Taimak, I think I'm saying that right. He is going up against, he's trying to find the master. He's been training for so long with his teacher, his sensei, and sensei says, you've reached the final level, you must find the master. There's one place you have to look to find this master to help attain what they call the final level. They say the final level, if a martial artist can focus his energy to that, he can be covered in sublime glow. Also, if someone is just a good fighter, but they don't reach the spiritual enlightenment, they can make their hands glow red. But the whole idea is to get to the final level. So going up against Leroy in Harlem is Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem, played by, let me get this right here, Julius J. Carey III. I'm sure he never left the set hungry from the amount of scenery he was chewing. Also as Chris Murney, I was like, who? Him. Oh, that guy. Yeah, a lot of 80s flicks, including like Secret of My Success and other things. He played bit the roles. Vanity played Laura Charles. She was the lead VJ, so of a show called Seventh Heaven, where they played a lot of videos. Like, this is so 80s schlock. They actually have El DeBar's Rhythm of the Night in this. Like, the video is in this. And it was pretty cool. I love that song too. It's really great. That and Who's Johnny? Those are really those only two hits. But it was fun. But for me as a martial artist, I love these kind of movies where the good fighting movies, and you can tell it's not really just a put on. It's good fighting. You've also got people like Ernie Reyes and Ernie Reyes Jr. It's if you don't know Ernie Reyes Jr., he was like the youngest black belt. His dad was a fighter and a stuntman, and Ernie was in there, so he plays this little kid. Another character in the movie called Johnny, who's Asian. He says, my whole secret is I just look Asian, and then just you act a few moves, and they'll be scared of you. And in the end, it shows out he actually has some skill. But you get to the end, and it's back and forth, and there's this big fight between Shonuff and Leroy. Who's the master? Who's the master? Who's the master? And there's a big fight, and it gets to the end, and Leroy realizes that there's one place he hasn't looked. I'm not going to ruin the movie, but there's one place he hasn't looked, and it is the only place that he needs to go in order to see who the true master is. And in the end, he defeats Shonuff. Well, it came out in '85. I'm not spoiling anything. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie, and it's something I'm probably going to go pop in after I get this video cut and get it up onto YouTube, because I like it. It's fun. I've seen it so many times, and my kids like it too. They go, right on. Yeah, Last Dragon. This is cool. That's a recommendation from me to you if you want a great 80s flick. There's something you just want to put in, turn off your brain and kind of like right on, right on, right on. And it's fun, and the actors seem to be having a good time doing it. And, you know, in the end, it's just a cute movie. I wouldn't say cute. It's a fun movie. It's an enjoyable movie. So if you've got the ability to see it, check it out. I don't know if it's on any streaming services at all. I had the DVD because, well, as I've said before, I like physical media. I have it, and I actually even had the cassette of the soundtrack. I don't know what happened to that. It was pretty good. That is my video for today. Hope everyone's having a great day. We'll talk to you all later.